Welcome to another episode of our short online series discussing trauma-informed conflict resolution. My name is Andrea Meltzer and I am a teacher, trainer, social worker and trauma-informed coach. I will be your host as we explore this series, which is tailored to diverse professional settings such as education, health and social care, foster care and beyond, as well as strategies to support parents navigating challenging situations at home. This time, we'll be learning about how to manage your child's emotions using a trauma-informed approach. As parents, it's not always easy to understand why our child reacts the way they do. This session will equip you with the tools to respond with greater empathy, patience and understanding when your child's emotions feel overwhelming. I hope you find this training helpful and enjoyable. Now, let's begin by exploring what trauma-informed care is. Trauma-informed care is an approach in which parents recognize and understand the impact of trauma on their child's behavior and emotions, responding in ways that prioritize safety, trust, and empathy. It involves creating a supportive and nurturing environment that acknowledges the child's past experiences and emotional needs, especially when those experiences involve trauma. Now, let me share a case study about managing emotional outbursts. Emily is a mother of 7-year-old Samantha who has experienced emotional trauma in the past, including neglect and instability in her home. Samantha struggles with emotional regulation, especially during transitions or when she feels unheard or unsupported. One evening, Emily calls Samantha inside from playing to have dinner. Samantha, deeply engaged in her game, resists coming in. When Emily calls her in, Samantha immediately becomes upset, crying and stomping her feet. Emily, feeling stressed and wanting to keep things moving, she says, "Stop crying. It's just time for dinner. You are being dramatic." Emily doesn't make the connection between Samantha's reaction and her past trauma. She assumes that Samantha is simply being difficult and dismisses her feelings. "Just come inside now," she demands. Samantha continues to cry and resist, and Emily feels increasingly frustrated and disconnected from her daughter. Samantha's emotional distress intensifies, and Emily becomes more upset, unable to address the deeper emotional needs behind Samantha's outburst. The situation ends with both of them feeling disconnected and upset. Now that you've seen the situation, think about what would you do if you were in Emily's shoes. How might you respond to your child's emotional outburst differently, knowing that the behavior could be connected to past trauma? Take a moment to reflect on how you might approach this scenario with more empathy and understanding. In the same situation, Emily calls Samantha inside and Samantha immediately becomes upset. This time, Emily pauses and reflects on her daughter's emotional history. She remembers that Samantha has been through a lot, especially in the past where her needs were often ignored. Emily understands that this outburst might be triggered by feelings of powerlessness which stem from her past trauma. Emily takes a deep breath and kneels down to Samantha's level, saying, "I'm sorry, I didn't listen to you earlier. I know it's hard to stop playing when you are having fun. It's okay to be upset about that." Emily offers Samantha's a calming choice. "How about we take a few minutes inside to talk about your game before dinner?" Samantha begins to calm down, feeling heard and understood. The transition to dinner becomes smoother, and the emotional intensity decreases. Emily's response, based on empathy and understanding, fosters a stronger connection between them. Key differences between the two scenarios. Without reflection, Emily dismisses Samantha's feelings, assuming the behavior is just a simple tantrum. This response leads to increased emotional distress for Samantha and a breakdown in communication. With reflection, Emily takes a moment to reflect on Samantha's past trauma and emotional needs. By validating Samantha's feelings and offering a choice, Emily creates a sense of safety and support, which helps de-escalate the situation. Children who have experienced trauma may react more intensely to situations that feel out of their control. Emotional responses like crying, resistance, or withdrawal can often be a sign of deep emotional need rather than defiance. By using a trauma-informed approach, we acknowledge that these reactions are often rooted in past experiences and are not simply misbehavior. How to apply a trauma-informed approach? Firstly, pause and reflect. Take a moment to consider what might be triggering your child's emotional response. Then, respond with empathy. Validate your child's feelings by acknowledging their emotional experience. Then, offer choices. When possible, offer your child some control over the situation to help them feel empowered and reduce overwhelm. And then, create a safe space. Provide calm, supportive environment where your child feels emotionally safe to express their feelings. I'm going to share some practical strategies for managing emotions with trauma-informed approach. Recognize emotional triggers. Understand that a child's emotional outburst may be a response to past experiences and not just a reaction to the present situation. Validate their feelings. Acknowledge your child's feelings, even if they seem intense or disproportionate. I understand you're upset, and that's okay. Stay calm and patient. And children often mirror our emotional state. If we stay calm, it helps them to regulate their emotions more effectively. Give choices or control. Offering choices help children feel a sense of autonomy, reducing feelings of helplessness. For example, would you like to come inside now or in 5 minutes? Use calm language. Simple soothing words like, "I can see you're upset. Let's work through this together," can de-escalate the situation and help your child feel safe. A trauma-informed approach helps us understand that emotional outbursts are often connected to past experiences. Reflection allows us to respond with empathy, patience, and understanding, creating safer space for our children. By acknowledging the deeper emotional triggers and validating our children's feelings, we can foster a supportive environment that encourages emotional healing and growth. Think about how you can apply these strategies with your own child. Pause and reflect before reacting, and try to validate their emotions and offer choices whenever possible. This small shift in approach can make a big difference in how your child manages their emotions. A trauma-informed approach helps us understand the emotional needs behind challenging behaviors. Reflection, empathy, and offering choices are key strategies in managing emotional response effectively. By responding with patience and understanding, we build trust and create a safer environment for our children to express their emotions. Thank you for listening, and I hope you found this short training session valuable. I trust the insights shared will help you in supporting the children in your care with empathy and understanding. If you have any questions or would like further information, please don't hesitate to reach out. Take care.